Okay. Hey guys, this is things that I have finished, number 27, and I had to stop the video and start it again because I went into a full-blown sneezing fit. So, I don't know, my allergies are like a crazy person this week for some reason, or just basically today. I think because the temperature's changing outside, it's like just throwing me for a loop. So, sorry if I sound kind of like nasally and gross, but doing the best I can. So this is, like I said, number 27, things that I've finished. Trying to think. It's been like several weeks, like 2, maybe 3 weeks since I did a things that I've finished video. The last one I did was a haul, so I just kind of skipped over the things that I'd finished that week because my haul video was so long. It was actually in 2 parts. So, and thank you for the people who commented. I got back to y'all, I hope. There was one person that commented and I tried to reply, but it wouldn't let me. So, I do always try to reply or, you know, something if you comment. But if for some reason I didn't, it may have been that you were that person that for some reason the computer went all wacky and I couldn't comment back. So, anyway, I've got several things that I've finished. My little bucket is pretty full. Well, actually right now it's empty because I emptied it and put everything on the counter, and then I went into my sneezing fit. So, let's get right back into it. I made several, so 6 headbands this week, or this last couple of weeks. I kind of get in a roll, like, I'll make a bunch of headbands, and then I won't mess with the Addy for a while, and then I'll get back into it. So, I made several, and I'll show you this one real quick. I think I already shown you this one. This was that Fair Isle one that I tried that Margaret was showed you how to do on her video, her YouTube channel. It's sheepishly sharing, and I liked it. It's cute. That's what it looks like. Hope it focuses for you. It's just very time consuming, and it kind of hurts your hand. So, I'm not sure if I'll make a whole bunch more of those. I'll just have to see. And this, I washed this one, and this has never really happened to me before. Usually, all my stuff washes up really good. This one has, I don't know if you can see it. It fuzzed up a lot. It's got the halo effect going on. And it did little fuzz balls, little peels or whatever you call them, that I'm going to have to pull off. So, I'm not real sure why it did that. I kind of think that it's this cream yarn. I don't know what kind this is. Some of it's Red Heart and some of it's just a mystery yarn that I had picked up from somewhere. But it kind of fuzzes up that color for some reason. I'm not real sure why. And I think that's why it got all that gunk on it. Let's see. Made a multicolored one. I'm never sure how to hold these where you can see them good. But this is a variegated purple and just a couple of different kinds of purples right through here. And these ones have not been washed yet, which is why they have kind of a, if you notice, it's kind of loopy like that. Some of that works itself out when I wash them and they kind of soften up. It's where the variegated yarn is not the same kind of thickness exactly as the regular yarn. So here's another one. It's just simple stripes. I do these using my scraps a lot of times. Just use different colors, you know, and they usually turn out really cute. I just like the, you know, because you wear them like this and I think it's cute, a little stripe of color in the front or on the sides. This is that same kind of cream color and then a variegated red and cream. So this one needs to be, I may have to wash this one twice because the cream is also kind of stiff. So, and then this one is real cute. It's cream, but on the back I put these blue, my nose, I swear. I put this blue kind of denim-y tweed looking color on the back. I really like this color, and I have made a couple other things with this color that I'll show you. So there's like always yarn scraps everywhere. This one is just the purple with a little splash of the variegated at the front. And I know I've said this before, all these are made with the Addy Express, which is the little one. or professional. I can't ever remember if it's the littler one, the smaller one. And it's really easy. Basically, you just do straight around, you know, and you make your tube. Like, it just makes a tube. And then you just draw your tube together and you tie them. And I make sure that I really sew these in together really well, so that they're very tough. They're not going to stretch apart. And you can wear them like this. This is how I, you know, this is the front. Margaret a lot of times will put a flower right here over the cinch part, which is really cute as well. I think that's really cute. I'm not a huge fan of making flowers. I've done it before. You've seen some that I've made, but I'm just not a huge flower fan. This next item I also made on the Addy, and you've seen this probably exact guy before. A girl at work bought my one that I made that was this color, so I made another one. And he's a snake scarf. I've got him rolled up. And I always crochet my eyes. I don't use the beads or the safety eyes. I just like the crochet look. I think it just goes with the scarf. But the oh my gosh, the safety eyes are really cute too. I also just don't have a place that sells those close to me. And I just haven't ordered any. But I like the crocheted eyes. I just think it's a little different. I thought about maybe even putting a little spot of another color down the middle, or like a line, you know. I just haven't tried that yet. And this is not Red Heart. This is different. I don't think I have the label of this one, but I have some. Hold on just a second and I'll tell you what this is, because this is some awesome yarn. This is the Bernat Super Value. Is what this is. I'm not sure this color. I got a bunch of these. This is still, I mean, I've had these for a little while now. When Joann's was having that huge clearance sale, and then you could use a coupon as well. So, I mean, these were like on sale for like something ridiculous, like $1 or less, or some craziness like that. And they're almost the same size as the Red Heart ones, but they are so much softer even to start out with. They're like really, really soft and squishy and nice. And it's still the same. I mean, it's 100% acrylic. This color doesn't have a color. Oh yeah, it does. It's called Wedgwood. This color, I'm not really sure. I think I've got several of these kinds that are just single colors of something. So, I may make some more snakes with these, or I don't know, I may make something different, but that's what that is. So it's Bernat the Super Value. And let me see if I can get it back where it went. I pulled it out of my little cubby hole down here. And it just makes super soft, like really soft and yummy scarves and stuff. So I really, really like that. I'm really having a hard time talking because this crazy allergies is going on. For the last of that purple that I used, you've seen it in my last things that I finished. I made a monster hat or a critter hat or whatever I called it that time. And I made a couple of other like beanie hats out of that same color, and it was one of those big Super Value, like 1 pound balls of yarn. So I had a whole bunch of it. So this is the last of that. And what this is it's a cowl. It's a bulky one, so it sits like this. It's really super cute. I like it. But basically all I did, it's very simple, was this is just double crochets, and I held the two colors together, the variegated and the purple, and just worked it. Double crochets all the way up, and I don't remember exactly how many stitches it was, but I just kind of just, when I make my chain, I hold it around my neck and kind of measure it to where I might think that it goes, and that's kind of how I gauge that kind of thing. So, and this one's, it's nice. It hasn't been washed yet, so it's not as soft as it could be, but I really like it, and I think the variegated held with that turned out really nice. And that's all of that yarn I have left. Well, I don't know. You never know with me. I might find some more in my stash somewhere, but I really liked that that purple. I think it's very pretty. Or the variegated that goes with it. So, let's see what's next. Ooh, I made a little hat. This is the Better Late Than Never beanie. It's kind of like my default pattern now. This is the scraps from the snake with a little black yarn. And I thought that turned out. It's super cute. And I just did a regular double crochet bottom, just several rows of double crochet. And yeah, so I think it turned out neat. I like how the bright variegated goes with the black. How it kind of shines pretty. It's very pretty. So I like that. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to hold these to the side because these are going to be last. These are the things I'm not sure if I showed you last week. I kind of think I did, so I'm not going to go real into detail. I'm not real sure. I made a cowl. This is out of that tweedy kind of color that's like blue jean in the cream, and you can see this is fuzzy too, so I'm not real sure what happened there, but this is just another. This is double crochets, but I'm not sure that you can see it. I need to trim my edges a little bit here, but ooh, what I did, if I can hold it still, maybe it'll show you guys, or you can see it. But what I did was the white, I believe. Okay, let me think about this. It's double crochets for sure, but what I did is like every other row, I did, I don't know if you call it the camel stitch. I've heard some people call that, but it's where you crochet into the like third loop that's behind the two that you normally crochet into, and I think they call it the camel stitch. But what it does is it turns those loops so that it makes your it kind of looks like these like little chains across it. I'm horrible at explaining that, but hopefully you can see it and you know what I'm talking about. And I thought that was just really cute. It just adds another kind of point of interest instead of it being just plain double crochet. But yeah, thought that was really cute. And I've watched this, but I'm not so sure about these fuzzies. I guess, I mean, it does what it does. But, yeah. And I've gotten a lot better. I don't know if you've noticed this. Probably not. But this is pretty straight, even though, like, when it hangs, it doesn't. My rows are getting a lot better with this. I'm not good with the rounds like this, where you just do like all the way down. It's the same round. But my rows are getting quite a bit better here. If you can notice, it's a lot more even. Yeah. And yeah, that's what this is. And this, like, I'm not sure. Like I said, I think I showed you these before, but I'm not real sure. There's a hat that matches. Actually, there's two hats that are almost the same. They're just opposite. Better Late Than Never beanies. This one has a more ribbed type of bottom on it. Double crochet rib type of thing going on. And this one, I did that same kind of camel stitch type stitch, but you can see it a little better, I think, because it's all the same color. So I guess this one really goes with the cowl better, and this one goes with the scarf. This is just a standard double crochet scarf. What I did was I double crocheted I double crocheted the cream rows, and then I single crocheted the blue rows, and then I did two rows in the middle, two double crochet rows in the middle of the cream. So that's that. I think I'd shown you all those before. If I have, I'm sorry. If not, then you saw them right then. So yeah. So, and then I made out of that. This is actually white. It's the same. I got to get myself together. I made this hat before I made the headband with the cream and the red. This is white, and I thought that variegated was white and red, but when I worked it into this hat, I noticed that it's actually more cream. And I don't know if you can even notice on here, because you don't notice it much when I took the pictures. But you can see, like right in here, it's cream instead of white. I mean, it looks white in the roll, in the skein or the ball, whatever I had it rolled into. But when you put it next to a real white, it doesn't look white anymore. That's too confusing, I'm sorry. And then I did that same kind of stitching along the bottom for the brim. Yeah, it's that camel type of stitch. And it has my hair in it, like everything does. I always have to go over everything I make with like a fine tooth comb to make sure none of my hair is in it anywhere. But yeah, I really like this. I think it turned out cool, even though it's a little not exactly matching. I still think it turned out cool. And then, since I thought, hey, that camel stitchy thing's pretty awesome, I thought I'd do a whole hat with it. And I don't know, it's not bad. I think it's kind of cute. Somebody will probably really like it. I need to go over it with a lint brush because my hair is like crazy in here. But it's all that same stitch. It's still, this is just a double crochet beanie. And it is all done, like every row is done with the camel type stitch. Or if I'm calling it the wrong thing, I'm sorry. But that one where you basically crochet into that third row that's behind. And it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Like, I thought it looked cool when I first started making it, and then I got like halfway, like down to here, and I was like, well, I'm not so sure I like that, but I went ahead and finished it. And granted, you can just turn it, and it just looks like a normal beanie. So, and it actually looks pretty cool on this side because the way the variegated kind of stripes down like this, and then that stitch makes the outside or the underside look different. It's not exactly, it doesn't exactly look like your normal double crochet when it's on the other side either. So I think that's pretty neat. I think you could, if you don't like that other side, you can turn it inside out and it'll still look cool. So I finally made my first two items. I believe it's my first two things. Oh, well, hold on. I got one more thing. Ooh, it fell out of the basket. So I made 3 things with my new yarn. 3. From the haul that I just showed you. And they're not the fancy yarn things yet. I haven't really got myself into that. I need to figure out something that I really want to make with those. But I made kind of a big bulky hat out of some of that. This was just one of the scraps. Mystery skeins. And you could, I mean, you could turn this up, kind of make it a shorter hat, or it could be a slouchy hat. It's just a big, better late than ever beanie, and I made it out of a bigger hook, and it's just kind of a loose fitting, you know, just kind of slouchy hat, and it'll be really warm because it's really thick. And I thought this yarn was neat. What it is it's one skein of yarn, but what it would do is it would stripe during some points of it like this, and then it would be solid during other points. So I thought that was kind of neat. It kind of makes an interesting effect going on, especially when you're running the double crochets and the single crochets through it. This is a scarf / wrap type of thing. It's basically, it was supposed to be a wrap, but I didn't have enough yarn. But it kind of it's thicker than a normal scarf, or a normal scarf that I would make. So I kind of think you could still wrap it around your shoulders. It would be cute. So let me show you. It's really long. This is doubled over. And I'm trying to get it where I can hold it good to show you guys what I did. So this is just 2 of the kind of scraps that I found in my bag of stuff. One of them, it's 2 different yarns. One of them's pink and feels a whole lot like just like Red Heart or something like that. And the other one is a pink sparkly. And I hope you can see that kind of glittery sparkles. A lot of times sparkly stuff doesn't come out on the camera very good. But what I did was I worked it, and these are the treble stitches, these bigger ones. And then I would do a row of those, and then I would do a row of half doubles in the sparkly yarn. Actually, I did 2 rows of half doubles in the sparkly yarn, and then I would go back to the treble stitch. Okay? And then to add a little bit more fun, what I would do is every 5th treble stitch, I would twist them. I would cross them. So, let me see if I can find it. Here you go. This was, see, I crossed them, and it just kind of gives you a little bit more dimension, I guess I would say. And when you're doing it, basically you're just crochet, 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 and then when you do the treble here, you skip a stitch and treble, and then you treble again, but you go back into that stitch you skipped. And then you just go along, and then you do the same thing every 5 or so. And I just think, like, when you pull it back like this, it just kind of makes it, gives it an extra kind of added interest point there. And it is thicker than I usually make my scarves, but it's still, I mean, it's a cute scarf. And then I think you could still kind of wrap it like a little, like around your shoulders like this, and it would be cute. I wanted to make it longer or wider, but I ran out of yarn, and that's kind of how, it's kind of how it goes when you are working with scraps and things that you don't have labels to. You can't just run out and go, oh, let me buy some more of that exact color. I had some of the sparkly ones left, sparkly yarn. So I made a hat that kind of, I guess, could go with that scarf or just by itself. And I really like this one. This one's super cute. I'm not a huge pink person, but for some reason I really like this. This is a Better Late Than Never beanie. Again, it's the same kind of pattern. If you're interested in that pattern, just go to Ravelry and do Better Late Than Never beanie. It comes right up. It's so simple. Once you make several or a couple, you'll memorize the pattern and you don't even have to pull the pattern out anymore. And what I did with this one is, because my beanies tend to always turn out larger. I kind of stitch loosely, I think. So at the end, if you notice, it kind of has a mushroom thing going on. So at the end, I tried something new. I went through, and instead of my usual double crochet 2 regulars and then front post 2 and then double crochet regulars and then front post, where it makes a ribbing, you know, like a dip and an up and a dip and an up, what I did was I just skipped. I did front post double crochet on 2, and then I totally skipped a stitch and then double crocheted front post 2, skipped a stitch. So it pulled it in quite a bit, and it still made it stretchy. But it kind of gave it this ribbed look, but with kind of a different, I'll see how this one goes when I put it on my head, like my foam head. But I thought that was kind of an interesting, it made an interesting, you know, type of thing. And I really hope you can see the glitter, because it's really cute. It's not glitter, it's like a piece of shiny floss, that kind of the stuff that runs through it almost looks like tinsel, but it's really, really cute. I don't know, I just really like that kind of stuff. Is that all the stuff that I made? That seems like it's a lot of stuff, but it seems like I went through it really fast. I've got a couple of things that I'm working on. I'm working with some of that yarn that I've gotten from the mystery box of yarn here, and I'm working on a wrap with this one, and it's just in the beginning stages. I'm just double crocheting so far for my first row in this purple. I'm not real sure if I'm going to do something different on the second row. I'm just kind of free forming it there. But this is that extra chunky yarn that I'm not real fan of working with, but I just think this color is so pretty. It didn't have a label, but it's like a purple, but it also has hues of like blue in it. So I think it's really, really pretty. And I'm probably going to combo this with some of the other colors that are in there. I have been working on my Halloween shawl. Maybe by next Halloween, or this coming Halloween, however you want to say it, it'll be done. This is that one that I've been working on forever, that's made out of like the thread. Not embroidery thread, crochet thread, I guess is what you call it. Yeah, so I mean, it's getting bigger. I'm working on it. I kind of get tired of working on it. I have to put it down, and then I pick it back up. So, I mean, I'm working on it. All I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna crochet what's on here, and that's as big as it's gonna be. That's it. It's gonna be two of these, and then I'm done. So, yeah, that's what that is, and I'm working on it. Eventually, one day, I will finish. I promise. We might have to have like a full-on celebration if I ever do finish with that. I've gotten some, I kind of was unorganized today, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm like way over here. My bad. Grabbing those, and then I think that's it. Okay, so the next thing I'm working on, and this might take me a little while. This is from some of these scraps, and I know what this is. This is Bernat Baby Blanket is basically what this is. And I've got several balls of this pink, like not whole things of it, but like when I'm saying balls, I mean like these. I've got like 2 or 3 of these and 2 or 3 of the pink ones. So I'm just making a baby blanket with a granny square because I don't know exactly how much I have. So I don't know how big it's going to get. And I figure with a granny square, I can just keep working it around, and it's pretty bulky, so it'll get big quick. But the thing about this yarn is it hurts my hand to work with. So this is going to be kind of a project that I have to work on and then stop and put down. I don't know why it hurts my hand, but it's just like it doesn't crochet really easily. It doesn't slide. You have to kind of yank it, and it's, you know. But I'm using a pretty large hook with this one. This is a 9. It's an N hook. Yeah, it's a 9mm hook. So, any bigger than a 9 and it just kind of, the hooks become too bulky for me to bother with. I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm just doing that, and I'm going to run out of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work all this pink that'll work complete rounds, and then I'm going to switch to the white and work as many rounds in the white, and then I'm going to go back, I have another thing of pink, I'll go back to that. So, that may take a little while, because like I said, I have to put it down. My hands get tired of working on it. So, yeah. I do have a couple other finished things. I forgot about these. That's what I was grabbing as I was, you know, so rudely out of the camera over there. I did a couple more stitch markers. I'm trying to straighten these out if you're wondering what I'm doing. There we go. This one says... believe, laugh, create, and dance, and they got little wooden colored beads on them. And these are for knitting. They're closed like circle jump rings. So I thought those were really cute. And I got some longer wire so that I could make bigger words. These are for crochet, these next one, and let me put them on my hand and try to straighten them out so you can read them. Kind of hard to show these to get them straight so you can like actually see them. So these say crochet, single, double, and treble, and they're on the kind of press hooks, not lobster clasp, but the kind that you see on like name badges and stuff. So you can open them and put them on your work. So they're good for either crochet or knitting, but they say crochet words on them, so they're really for crochet. So I think these are cute. And I was able to make these words because I got that longer, the longer wire for me to be able to make bigger words. I just made a couple more of my stone ones, just that are, I never know, like I've had people order these, but I never know if they're too heavy for place markers or not, because they're rocks basically. I mean, they're really cute, but they are kind of heavy. Now granted, when I say they're heavy, I'm holding all 4 of them, and not all 4 of them would necessarily be on your work at one time. So I mean, they're not that heavy when they're individual. It's just the 4 of them together kind of make them a little bulky. And here's another set of 4. I usually do my stuff in sets of 4 or 5, so I think this one's really pretty. It's like a stripy rock. I just like these. I think they're cool. And for Christmas, I got a stamping kit. Well, it wasn't a kit. I got the little letters, and then I ordered the hammer and the base so I could stamp.